I should probably finish reading Scum and Villainy since I'm playing
Yeah,
Villainy.
yeah, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Eh,
I really like that Scum and Villainy game. It's fun. I
Those
mean, we
are
only had
not
one
just-
session so far, but it's great.
yeah. I mean, 2 if you count character creation.
True.
Okay. What's a debt? Gaining cred beyond what's in your hold requires finding a lender. This is an acquire asset action where the result of the roll determines the max amount you can scrounge up. On a 1 to 3, you can scrounge up to 2 cred. On a 4 to 5, you can scrounge up to 4 cred. On a 6, you can scrounge up to 6. And on a crit, you can scrounge up to 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
But you will have to pay it back 2 to 1 in the hypothetical game that happens after this, which it won't. So
2 to 1.
Follow up though.
yeah,
This is like inside of a simulation we're doing alone. So
yeah,
okay,
I mean it's not a real house.
right.
It's not a real house. It's not a real loan. It's fine.
You
It's
pay
a
for it
real
with not
CPU cycle
money.
somewhere, I guess.
It's true.
All right.
Okay, let's acquire a loan that doesn't actually exist.
What? I mean, I guess that.
So actually, it's even trickier because
Isn't acquire asset a tier roll based on your cruise tier?
Mhm.
yep,
We're tier 0.
it's real bad.
Yeah, I think we're tier 0.
So how does it work?
But
On top of that, you have to spend your 2 coin to do the downtime actions because you haven't done a score yet to get your 2 free downtime actions. So it's going to be insane. But maybe what we should do is let's determine the minimum quality of this house, and it's a great house.
So what if
5. Go ahead.
what if we take a lot of material from the other 3 houses and bring it to this house?
For
So, like,
purpose.
as a backup plan, we go to their house, we take all their most expensive furniture, and just shove it in our house.
so instead of buying another house, since we've got everybody on board, we just strip all the other houses, and then that by default makes this one the best house.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we'll still try and get them the house.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know if it gets into like that crazy, awesome, great quality stuff, but it works, right?
Yeah. So let's.
I didn't realize we were
almost
entering downtime though, so
I don't think we are.
No,
we're,
you're not.
We're
You'd
doing
have to
flashback.
spend-
Well, sort
Yeah,
of.
yeah, exactly. You'd
I'll
have
get
to
flashback
spend.
to downtime.
You'd have to spend both of your coin to even get downtime actions
Mhm.
to do an acquire asset with, and then on
Yeah.
top of that, you'd have to spend coin to raise your effect, which will probably be bad because you have 0 dice. It's a madman's plan.
I assume we could just enter downtime. Like, downtime used to represent a weekend, and we spent less than 24 hours in this.
Because we had 72 hours to do it, and it's been less than 24.
So we could just enter downtime. and then we each have 2 downtime actions to get money.
I don't think we're getting any actions until this job is done. At least that's what I'm from what you said.
Thinking as well, because the game has changed, obviously, because I used to expect that you would just do a job and then do your downtime and then come back to it and stuff like that. This is a competition, and if you go into downtime, you're assuming, I think, more time than like just 2 days, because it's not a weekend anymore, because I didn't want it that way. Now it's like a full-on downtime thing, so it's
I don't know that, man.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay, so
I'm not blaming you for that. I absolutely cannot blame you for that. That would be insane.
So, all right. There's no sell skill anymore either.
Yeah. There's lulling. There's other skills that kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
So what should we do? Are we actually going to make a house by stealing furniture and good shit from everybody else's house?
I think that may be our best bet.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Or we can just
because the other approach is a little money crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just get everyone else's houses condemned with Judge?
Well, I mean, if we just steal their stuff, they're their worst houses.
Yeah.
It could be tricky, but you could do that, I think.
Because I can't work.
I mean, that's why we got Russo on our team.
Yeah.
Isn't that always why we have Russo on our team?
That's pretty much what she's there for, yes.
All right.
I mean, the Everyman did work too, but...
True.
He did weird work.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
like in between effective,
guys,
calling on the walls. Yeah.
Russo wanted to be a leader.
That's true. What does Russo want to do?
Russo can lead the work action.
Russo is totally down with the plan of stealing other people's shit and putting it in this house, and then fixing the house that we have all the good furniture in.
All right, let's do it.
This is what Commander Dictator Russo commands.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
So let's see how stressed out we can make Russo while still succeeding.
So does this mean we're
going to stress her out so much that as an NPC she develops a stress track?
Yep.
Perfect. So we all roll work here?
Yep. And,
I feel like this is controlled.
I'm trying to decide if I want to. I mean, I already have madness. Do I want to just dive into it? I think I am. I'm going to push myself because I want to win. So, So what's our we're controlled? What's our effect?
Standard, I think. I don't see a particular, because there's a bunch of you, but it's a bunch of ground to cover as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let me roll. Wow. No, Valerie Pope is bad at work.
Look at that entire list. Terrible.
Okay, save us, Russo.
Oh yeah, I have to roll for people's.
Yeah, fortune roll. Save us.
Fortune roll.
Only hope.
Fortune roll. Where are you? Fortune roll. Why have you abandoned me?
No. Can't you turn the crew sheet into a star to hit a fortune roll?
I'm using the fortune roll on the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
like
meant.
a really small, awkward button. Yeah.
There's one on the neighborhood page as well? Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. I don't think there actually is on the star sheet.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see one on the star.
There isn't one on the star sheet, I don't think.
There's not a fortune roll on the star sheet?
There is on the Blades sheets, but this isn't based on the Blades sheets at all.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, I see. That's on, and then there's the crate interior button and the crate exterior button. Okay.
I think it makes sense for Russo to have 2 dice in work.
I mean, I could go look at her character sheet.
We could dive into the archives, tell us her work thing.
Restore.
Does scale give any added die or anything to this? Like, is this just Russo, or is this everyone else helping?
Everybody is working to take the furniture.
She has 2 dots in work. You are correct.
Aha! Don't fuck up. Russo!
No! Wow.
I thought you were doing the Pac-Man thing. Whoa!
Well, okay, so this was controlled. So
yes,
that means that even at its worst, we can re-roll it at risky. Like maybe we're running out of time. Like it's taking way longer than we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
And if we don't get everything rearranged, like the condition of the house in the disarrangement is going to be so much worse than the completely empty houses that another team is going to win.
Yeah. Well, we gotta do that.
If you don't rush it, you're going to have to pick between stealing everybody else's nice furniture and working on your own house. Which either of those could be helpful.
Gotcha. All right, let's go again. I'm going to dive further into madness and push myself again. So, is it risky standard?
Yes.
Or, okay. I was going to say, or is it so bad that it's like risky limited and that we would... I shouldn't make it worse for ourselves. Let's just go with risky standard. And
I was thinking it would be risky standard because it's the same. You just, instead of doing it controlled, it's a definite that it's going to be either you don't do the thing or you do it rushed with the capacity to like take harm and bump into each other and walk off of ceilings and shit.
Man.
Nice! I did it. You guys.
And Jeff did it beautifully.
Jeff did it beautifully?
Yeah,
I got a 6.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
And let me roll for Russo. Again, for stress purposes. Nope. Russo, why?
Oh, so you're supposed to be good at this. I know why.
She's trying to lead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, because she's trying to lead. She's trying to lead and not actually do the work herself. And it would have gone better if she was just doing it.
Well, she wanted to be leader. Isn't that how
I
it is?
remember the tag for contractor is callous, handy people, and supervisors. She's not a supervisor. She is a callous, handy person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is exactly correct. But we do it.
Yep.
We do it with no consequences, thanks to Jeff. And I think there's like stupid little victory dance where Valerie like grabs his hands and jumps up and down in a circle. You know?
Here's what happens is I have my biggest rave ever.
Yes. Because it's the biggest rave ever. Usually your raves are like 6 to 8 people, and now it's like 12 people.
Yeah. Gotta do the callbacks, man. It's all about the callbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Let's. What is there to do next? So, like, this is the role for like everybody moving out chairs and like old chests of drawers.
Maybe you roll for how great the rave is.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, I think we're just waiting for the judge to come and say, the decorated house wins over all these empty houses.
Right, let's actually try and get the nice house.
I mean, we would have to. We would have to risk everything.
I'm willing to risk everything.
Sorry. Due to the reroll, how much time is still left in that 72-hour window?
I feel like this probably, like, I feel like we're at the beginning of the third day, maybe.
Okay. Are we done?
I think we maybe are.
That's what I was thinking. We may just be done.
Yeah. I think we did it.
Yeah.
Because it's about midnight here anyway. Or it's 1 a.m. It just turned 1 a.m. here.
Yeah.
So I feel like ending on an hour, and I don't feel like there's anything left to do.
Yeah.
You just straight up fucking
back to the real world, and then we would do downtime, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, we can do like. Is there end of session XP still in this game, or is it beginning session?
You do player XP at the end of the I had this completely backwards when we were doing it the other times, and I don't know why, because it's such a simple fix. You do the player's XP at the end of the session and the crew XP at the beginning, because the crew XP is structured like a recap.
Right.
I don't know why we had to do the crew stuff at the end and the players stuff at the beginning, when the players have so much, like, there's more players. There's 3 to 4 times as many as XP triggers, and it ate up like the first half hour of the game.
It was a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
I think the
simple
other
fix
way
is
makes
switch.
much better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Let's.
But we made it back to the real world, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't pick the lease or
let's do
drives.
XP. And the reason I say we should do XP is because we may come back to this in another 8 or so months, possibly.
Maybe.
And if we do, then we should mark XP.
No, that's a good point.
I've been cheating this entire session because I'm still hurt.
Go ahead.
I should have been reducing all my rolls by 1 die. Sorry,
that's okay.
guys.
A lot of people do that.
Cheated.
Yeah, you've been harm 3.
No, it was reduced to harm 2.
Because he had grudge armor.
Oh, okay. It was
I totally forgot about it.
Yep.
Oops.
It happens.
Another potential option is we can just rewatch the VOD.
Well, let's just do XP. Well, we can always rewatch the VOD anyway, but let's just do XP right now.
Okay,
What
sure.
is the XP trigger for our...
Let me scroll to that.
Yeah, I don't have the
You left them blank.
playbook. Yeah.
Yep. My fault. That is totally a thing I forgot. Let me go through the list. For divas, it's you address the challenge with artistry or creative vision. For the freak, it's you address the challenge with horror or perversity. And for the hustler, it's you address the challenge with exploitation or deceit.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely did that. Express beliefs, drives, or background. I think so, especially with like her bringing coffee to everyone multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And struggled with your madness. I want to pitch that the reason she went into Paint It Black and pushed that bitterness button as to how much better you're going to have it than me is because of her selfishness. Like, she wants to have the most best thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm cool with that one.
Yeah. Also, normally another note, in the regular version of the game, I think the regular structure is like, it's a 2-hour game. Maybe 3 hours for the people who are running it, because like 30 minutes of pre-show, 30 minutes of post-show, and the 2-hour session in between. That's kind of how I want to do it in like its normal state. But this is a one-shot where we never get to play with each other, so fuck all that.
It's true.
Yeah, and to compensate for that, instead of like the kind of like somewhat difficult to understand at first rule of you take up to 2 for each trigger. It's just, if you did this at all, mark 1 XP. And if you did this one at all, you mark 1 XP.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So are you saying that for this, since it was kind of a double long session, we should be doing it twice?
You should just do it as normal. Blades does it.
So as normal Blades does it. That's kind of what I meant. So in this case, I think I definitely hit my tropes trigger multiple times. I definitely hit my background and beliefs multiple times.
Agreed.
But I really only implemented my madness, the selfishness, that one time. So I think it's 5 total.
Yeah.
Cool.
Serious.
Sorry, I just jumped in on that.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Well, I definitely did my pawn shop owner a few times. Mostly it came into with me trying to like trick people into bad deals. And I kind of was like the devil on the shoulder of the group the whole time, I think. I'm pretty sure every time we did something awful, it was because I said we should do something awful.
Yeah.
Which is basically what I was going for with that.
Yeah.
As I revealed.
You did this kind of sneakily, because I was almost like, did you? That sounds a little strange. And then I was like, yeah, I think you were kind of in the background.
Yeah, like usually when I play, like I get my foot way out there and I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. But this time I just pretty much let you guys dig your own graves, which was nice.
That can be really fun to do.
For sure.
I don't know about struggling by madness. I think I was probably the worst freak in history. Like, it's pretty normal, to be honest.
Except when the darkness saw you. You're a freak on the inside.
I'm a freak on the
inside. Outside at all.
Yeah.
So I think you definitely get one for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
It says, if you struggle greatly in your struggle against the terrors and the toxicity,
there was also
XP.
I think there was something with like your first pier or something, like when we're first in that bloating zone?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that had anything to do with me being a freak, though.
Okay.
I mean, what it may have been is that for some reason they just lowered the elevator and I was on it and it went up again. I didn't notice.
That's not what I was going for. I was thinking, so like maybe your character just has a thing with darkness, because when you were in darkness the first time, you somehow ended up in a different place inexplicably. Because like later on in the scene, when I described the platform lowering, there was like I described it like lowering audibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it made
you
noise.
didn't hear.
Right.
You didn't hear it, and then all of a sudden you're at the top, and then Sulcor comes out.
But even then, I'm not going to take XP for something the GM did. So.
If you want to.
I mean,
there's a part of designing the XP triggers, especially for the show triggers, which aren't what we're doing right now, but whatever.
Sure. I mean, just consider it a nitpick. Like, it's just a thing that I really have a problem with every game, when they tell the player to do something, but it's not something the player can do without the GM's express action.
Yeah.
Like, it is really a thing I don't like.
Yeah, I agree. So what I was going to say is, because I saw this in Andrew's Girl by Moonlight stream, is that to some small degree, the XP triggers are the responsibility of the players and the GM.
Right.
Because if the GM doesn't pitch the ball, then the PCs can't hit it.
Right.
Which is maybe a problem with the trigger itself, but it's also...
No, I think
like, there's a different play style where it's like,
in this case, that's a problem because I just did not do anything about it. But because of my opinion about that, I'm reluctant to reward myself for basically the reason why I get grumpy.
Here's what I would say is an example from John's own game, Blades, Roleplay Blades, was where in order to play out a entanglement, he tied it to Rune's vice in order to get her into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the session, they were talking about getting XP, and she's like, well, I had nothing to do with my vice getting me into trouble. That was entirely GM fiat. And he's like, yes, but the only reason I could do that was because this is your vice. And so it, just because you weren't the one to put yourself into trouble because of it, I don't think that means that you don't get the XP for it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because it still got you into trouble because it was part of your character.
All right.
Yeah. And also, at the end of the day, players are responsible for whether they take XP or not. So and if you don't want to take it.
You don't want to take it. You don't have to.
You don't take
my
it.
reasoning behind saying that you do deserve it is this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like if that's the intention of the rule, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And it's something I should clarify because I do not have a game that's a book yet, and it probably won't be a book because I've heard about people and how they print games and how they go through a lot of hardship getting it to print correctly. Nah, I'm not going down that road. I don't think.
Just get print on demand. It's the same way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Jeffrey?
Yeah. Express beliefs, strategies, or background. I definitely tried to tie into my background a few times. The Ilya and the Bloodspire type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeffrey definitely has some sort of like sadistic drive or something. He was just cruel a few times today. But I don't know if that's enough of a drive or if that's me addressing something with exploitation. Because
could be both.
It might be both.
Like address the challenge with deceit or exploitation, which I think was the hustler trigger.
Correct.
I'm definitely going to say that's a 2 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's pretty much all I tried to do. But as far as the belief or drive, I'm a bit more on the fence. But at least a 1 for the belief drive background.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a madness yet, so I didn't struggle with it.
Good.
So is that 3 or 4?
I wasn't counting, sorry.
4?
Okay, evidently Kelsa was, so 4.
Cool.
Neat. And we don't do crew XP because we do that as a recap.
Perfect.
That's what the VODs are for.
Anyone get the humanity XP? I'm not sure what this is. Struggle against the terrors and the toxicity?
Yeah, that's kind of there because it's not in the correct version of the game. It shouldn't be there. I'm still trying to figure out how getting humanity works.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Kind of, because I don't have a good playtesting group to play for a long time with yet.
I have thoughts about that, but I don't know if now is the time for that conversation.
I would love to have your thoughts. Maybe now is the time for it? How are we all doing?
Maybe after stream?
Perfect. That sounds great.
I know of an easy tie-in.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's
I think that's everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
GG!
GG indeed. So, you are muted.
Golden.
I know. Yeah, just after, for some reason, completing XP and all of a sudden the exhaustion just falls on me. What? Where were you 5 minutes ago?
That's fine. That's a sign.
Yeah.
Sign we should be doing shout-outs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I would like to do shout-outs last.
Shout-outs to this time slot next week, where we'll be doing something special on Elsa's channel.
Isn't that... No, it's in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks?
Yes.
I thought it was in 1 week.
Wait, let me look at a calendar. It is in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks. All right. That's good.
Yes.
All right. Shout out to this. Roll20 does not say that.
It's what it says in the Discord, though.
That's right. Because I forgot about it.
You forgot there was a Discord? Well, because originally I wasn't going to be free next week because I was going to be going to Gen Con, except I'm not going to Gen Con, but I'm still not free.
Gotcha.
Oh. Okay, it's wrong on
partly related to...
So let me fix that.
Yeah. Because that's what I was looking at, because I go into Roll20 a lot because I have to make sheets. And I just make it in their little text editor because it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So every day I brush past that date, and I'm just like, oh, cool, that's in a week.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Perfect.
I'll be doing Nobilis on Sunday again at this channel. It's been off for a few weeks, and I was a little bit worried because one of my players wasn't on the internet for 2 weeks. I thought he got washed away. Sounds like something happened, but everything seems to be okay. So we're going to do the grandmama of Diceless RPGs on Sunday. I'm super hyped because they are going to heaven on the back of a whale.
That sounds fascinating.
In the service of a fallen angel.
Well, obviously. What other reason would you be going to heaven on the back of a whale?
No,
it was pretty clear.
Pretty clear. So check it out if you want to see that. It's going to be pretty fun.
Nobilis.
Nice.
I guess I'll shout out myself because I do a lot of stuff. As Golden was saying, in 2 weeks from now, from 5 p.m. Pacific time until 9 p.m. Pacific time, transpose that into whatever time zone you like. We will be playing a new Burning Wheel game called Harvest Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very excited about it. It's going to be really fun. And it is about, it's basically like, what we really wanted was Harvest Moon, the role-playing game. And it's going to be fun. Where there's going to be farming. We're not going to do any crazy adventures.
I don't want crazy adventures.
Nope.
This is actually going to be a Burning Wheel game where we're all like farmers and ranchers and dealing with very mundane problems. And
That's exactly what I want.
Super
Sounds awesome
about it.
That is exactly the kind of Burning Wheel I want to play because I can play high fantasy adventure in so many other games. But Burning Wheel has so many mundane life paths.
To be a peasant simulator, and yeah. I'm kind of hyped about that too. So that's going to be really fun. On Saturdays, tomorrow is the last Love and Banterville at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Then we move on to episode 2 of the Scum and Villainy game. Magic Dance over on Tuxterdamus' channel at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I am on AP Gaming Reels channel for 5th edition D&D. We're playing Winter's Edge 2. I'm also in more games on Wednesday evenings, 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm back on Tuxterdamus' channel for Longfall. And then Thursday mornings at 10 a.m., I am on RP Glory's channel, where we are going to soon be starting a semi-futuristic Blades. The plan is to time skip up to the time frame of Lady Blackbird, and then play Blades in that future. Pretty hyped about that too.
Oh, right, that's what Dealer Umbra was talking about. Okay, now It's all connected. Gotcha.
Yes.
Nice.
Dealer Umbra is going to be jamming that. We're going to start that in a week or two, once one of our players gets back from summer vacation. So that's me. You can follow me on Twitter at Kelsa to find out all about this stuff. I always host when I'm on somebody else's channel. So if you follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi, you can see when I am on other people's shows, as well as other cool people that I do host. And that's it. That's me.
Cool. Well, I just lurk in a lot of Twitch channels and Discords.
And quietly write role-playing games in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Occasionally mentioning it or telling people about it, but usually being very hush-hush about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully sometime in the fall, I'll try to do some play tests with at least one of those ideas. I kind of completely reworked one of them after Go Play, so but that's how it goes. But I am Sith Master on most things, and Discords and Twitch and Twitter, so that's where you can find me. I don't usually be on the streams anymore, though, so this was fun. I'm glad this worked out. So
yes. and now I get to rewatch it forever. Speaking of people who are talking right now, it's me, Dark Lavender Void. You can find me at patreon.com/darklavendervoid, twitch.tv/darklavendervoid, twitter.com/darklavendervoid. I don't have a URL on Discord because that's not how Discord works. I am Dark Lavender Void, open parentheses, it/its, close parentheses. Yeah. I make this game. I like when I don't have to say... I like when in my shoutouts I don't have to say the game that I made and I don't have to explain it because I can just be like, hey, watch the VOD. That's what the game is. As Vincent would say.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys all very soon.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Now, if only I had been smart enough to queue up Dumber Boy's songs right here.
I can't tell if we're off or not. So I just have to keep... Okay.
I'm looking for a Drummer Boy song to play for you all right now. Hold on. Hurry up, me. Get on the Patreon. Oh, log into Patreon. Log on to Patreon.
Oh, man.
Right. I don't know if I can play this one or not. Can I play this new one? Can I play this new one? I think I can play it, right? It's on Patreon.
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, how do I... Okay, come on, press play.